So, you're curious about the Yongnuo 35mm. TLDR version of this review? It's good enough. So let's start by talking about how this lens performs, right? In terms of sharpness, it's not great, but if you're posting stuff online or making smaller prints, it's fine. The autofocus is slow. The motor is noisy. The build quality of this lens is very plastic, and when I go like this, I can hear the focus motor rattling around. So you're probably thinking, this lens doesn't sound like it's that good. And to be honest with you, it's not, right? It's not a great lens, but it is an okay lens. So let's talk about why I would still recommend this lens despite all those issues, and who I would actually recommend this lens to. So this lens is about $90, I think, right? The Canon equivalent is about, I think I saw it for $550 on B&H right now. So it goes between, like, let's say $500 and $600. So this lens is way cheaper than the Canon equivalent. And then Sigma and Tamron make some other 35mm that are also really good, but also much more expensive. Now, there's an old version of the Canon 35 f2 that you could probably find on eBay for closer to, I'm going to say around $300, maybe a little bit less. But this lens, still way cheaper. At 35mm, it's a really versatile focal length on full frame and on crop sensors. So on a crop sensor like Nikon or Sony, this is about 52.5mm, and on Canon, it's about 56mm. So it's a field of view that you can use for a lot of different things. You can use it for like portraits, environmental portraits. If you're on full frame, you could do some kind of landscapes with it. Yeah, you could do a lot of different things with this lens. Now, who would I recommend actually buy this lens? So if you're a professional photographer and you are making money on your photography, you probably know better than to buy this lens already anyway, right? You could save up and easily get one of the other 35mm, and you won't have to worry about it breaking like this plastic fantastic lens. You wouldn't have to worry about the autofocus being as slow as it is on this lens. And you wouldn't have to worry about some of the image quality issues that you get with this lens. However, if you're just starting out, especially maybe if you're shooting on a crop sensor camera and you got it with the kit lens, then you got a nifty 50, you know, the 50 1.8, also very plastic lens by Canon, or maybe you got the Yongnuo version, who knows? And you've been shooting on that, but you find that it's a little bit too cropped sometimes. Because when I first started shooting shooting, I was shooting on a 60D, and I shot with my 51.8 a lot of the times, but I found that I had to back way up sometimes. So this helps if you found that sometimes you feel like you have to back too far up, or you're not able to back so far up because you're shooting indoors or something like that. This will give you a little bit wider of a field of view, and it's a f2, which lets in a decent amount of light, and the image quality is going to be good enough. It's not like super soft or anything. The images are sharp enough, and it's usable. So that's who I think this lens is good for. You could also use this on full frame. I used it on my Canon 5D and did some environmental portraits. I'll probably put those in right now. And it's pretty decent, right? Again, it's not great. You're getting what you pay for, but it's good enough. So Let me know what you think of this lens, if you have any experience with it, in the comment section below. If you have any questions for me, you can leave those in the comment section below. And just thanks for watching, guys. Check out some of my playlists where I use this lens. I'll link them in the description and in the end screen. Check out some of my photography vlogs. Check out my Instagram. I got a lot of cool stuff other than just lens reviews. So if you feel interested in checking that out, please do so. If you like this video, found it informative, give it a thumbs up. And if you really want to show some love, go ahead and subscribe. Thanks for watching.